So what's the highest amount of money you've made from a single trade?
I have almost $1 million under my portfolio alone.
$25,000.
$50,000.
Exactly.
It was $10,000.
I don't want to share that.
$10,000.
I had a boss from hell.
Basing myself on a salary per month was not going to help me.
What has had the most impact in my life is travel.
I'm the richest man in Babylon.
God,
My parents.
Take advantage of compound interest.
never rush when it comes to business. Always take your time and never take shortcuts.
So what's the most amount of money you've lost in a trade?
I think my highest for now is still at...
Hey lovelies, today we are live at TradeFair Nigeria to do what we do best, which is getting updates on what people do for a living. Today we have the 1% of the 1% of traders in Lagos, and we're going to be interviewing them to know how they started their journey, and as usual it's going to be educative, interactive, and see ya.
I'm a trader with almost 10 years of experience, written 2 books in the business, but I didn't actually start from trading per se.
I'm a business development manager.
I'm a trader.
I am a business developer.
I'm into real estate. I design websites. I build apps.
I work for head of logistics. We manufacture mostly Whole Foods.
I'm an engineering intern. That's what I do.
I have 2 Airbnb properties in Ghana, and I have a laundry, and I have my Forex trading business.
I've been in the trading space for about 7 years.
So you've traded more than you've been a business developer?
Yes. So when I started trading, I was just playing around, just like anybody that sees, opportunities to make money online, and Forex was one of the things that came. And then I got to be more interested to know what happens inside the broker.
I've been trading for about half a decade now.
How long have you been into business management?
About 5 years too.
I'm going on 8 years now.
Yes, almost 10 years now.
Over a decade.
For 10 years now.
So what inspired your journey?
I've been teaching since 2009. But at a time in my life, I just knew that receiving 75,000 naira per month and basing myself on the salary, basically, not just even the amount, basing myself on the salary per month was not going to help me. So I needed to do something more. And one of the major things that I was introduced to at that period of time was trading. It was not an easy process, but it's actually a rewarding one today.
It was a boss that I had 2016 when I was working in retail. I had a boss from hell. Thank God I had a boss from hell, because she made me uncomfortable to work in that environment. So with me being uncomfortable in that environment, I had to look for opportunities that are outside of what I was doing. And then I met a friend that was selling, some products on the streets, and then I went to learn sales, to approach people and sell. And then from there we continued growing, and then we met people that said, look, you have skills of selling, but let me show you how you can make more money when you're selling a better product. That's when I was introduced in a bigger scheme of things of sales, which was network marketing, which was 2018, 2019. That's when all these things started, because we were selling crypto products. And then after that, I was curious about Forex. And then, cut the long story short, here we are today.
I have Judith, and I have Patrick David. She's German, and she taught me a lot about business. I meet her twice a year, and she takes me through everything. I get to ask my questions, and you can't ask stupid questions. You're only allowed to ask good questions. So yeah.
So what's the highest amount of money you've made from a single trade?
When you say a single trade, so it doesn't work that way. You could say probably in a month, in a week, because in the business of trading, you don't calculate your trade per, what you make per trade. You calculate it probably in a week or maybe in a trading day, depending on what you're looking at. Okay, so let me just say in a day, let's say 5 million in a day. In a week, I think I've done 20 million before. Then in a month, I think my highest for now is still at, I think 55 million.
55 million.
Over $10,000. A daily trade. And that shows how much risk we're taking us at that time. Yeah. Monthly, there was a time we made over 50, but it wasn't sustainable. Yeah. But if you're talking about how much you've been able to make in a month, I've been able to turn over $50,000.
$50,000.
Exactly.
$25,000.
It was $10,000.
$10,000.
For an account, there was a day an account of over $15,000. I made over 70% of the account.
What has had the most impact in my life is travel.
You travel a lot?
I traveled a lot.
Do you mind sharing one experience?
The last time I was in Dubai, I spent over 5 years. I would say Dubai is the center of the world, where you meet a lot of races, a lot of people from different continents. Like, as I'm standing here, I could speak different languages, little, because of my experience with different people from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from America also. I could start to change my tongue and start to speak in Patois.
The book that changed everything about my financial life was The Richest Man in Babylon. Yeah, so it's really affected me deeply. There was a lot of things I learned, and the book really did a lot to me.
God, no kidding. God and my pastor. I'll tell you why. As much as I love business, one of the things that has always guided me is the word of God.
I would say my parents. They take academics very important. They ensure that at least I'm a graduate, and that has taken me where I am today. With that, I also invest in my academic life by even going for masters after my first degree. I believe the future is bright, so that has contributed so much to me.
If I would go back to being 20 years old, I'll be more curious. Be curious. Never disqualify yourself from opportunities without knowing about them first. The people that are disqualifying themselves from the opportunities are the people that forever live in poverty.
Well, I think I'm just not going to bother about a lot of things, because at the end of the day, what will happen will eventually happen. So I won't stress much about a lot of things that, I've stressed about in the past. So I'm trying to code this. You're a leader and a great one at it. So just improve, work on yourself. That advice has really helped me to take on leadership responsibilities. It has helped me so far.
The best investment advice I've received from him is that find a way to make what you're doing work.
In your trading account, put the money that you are willing to lose, and do not attach emotions to the money that is in the trading account. So immediately your money goes into a trading account, just divorce that money. It's for the market. And if you are able to get some profits from it, then you need to celebrate, because we are not in control of the market, but we are just reacting to what the market is doing.
Never trade with money you can't afford to lose. So this is the number one mistake that most people make. Their emotion is attached to their money. What you should be inclined to is developing the expertise and not allow your emotion interfere with what you do.
It's just a word he told me. He said sustainability is key. I never understood it then until I lost money, and later I then understood that truly being sustainable is key.
The best advice I've gotten from my mentor is never rush when it comes to business. Always take your time and never take shortcuts, because the issue with shortcuts is it's going to be lucrative for the short term until the government comes for you. Because he told me about it, like many people have gone through that route, and in the end when the government comes for you, it looks like everything was glorious and boof, just like that it goes.
So one of the things that makes a mentor to say, okay, this person is not just wasting my time, is that you go beyond their expectations, doing things beyond the instructions. Number two is also following the lead. Don't outshine your mentor. It's one of the keys of power. Don't do things to outshine them, but just follow them while you're still under their wings. It helps to really keep you under their wings.
Just be hungry and be ready to sacrifice. Give value first.
What's the highest amount of money you've lost?
For a trader who has been trading for
Day's trade.
Okay, the day's trade. Today, most of the narrative they sell to people who are trading is that when you come into trading, it's the get rich quick scheme. They sell lifestyle to you, and because I was desperate, I came in with that mindset, and I lost money a lot. I lost a lot because I was not trading at that period of time. I was gambling. But immediately I understood the business very well, how it should be. I want to say my losses became very minimal. So my highest loss in a trading day is probably 2 million naira.
2 million.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question, because a lot of people will always ask you about the most amount of money that you have made, which can be misleading, because in trading you can be lucky and make a lot of money in the same day or in a minute, but the amount of money that you have lost is the amount of money that is going to push you to learn and go and check the things that you have done in order for you to lose that money. Because in trading, we learn when we lose, not when we win. Because when we win, we don't check how did we win. We just get excited that we have made some profits. But when we lose money, then that's when we go back. Okay, in a single trade, the most amount of money that I've lost was $3,000.
Okay, I've lost money, right? But it was due to some negligences. Not really much. Is in total or just?
I can say in the past 5 years, what's the highest amount you've lost in a single trade?
$10,000. A single trade.
And you're still breathing.
Or equally 50,000
In a month.
in a month.
I've lost in a single day. I've lost an $5,000 account.
Max I can say I've lost is maybe about $3,000, and that was not even at a go. Yeah, that was over time, but that was not at a go. Right? So I had to learn a lot of risk management. But yeah, I've not had the scars that people have had, and I thank God for it. I mean,
what's the best investment advice you have for anybody watching this right now?
Trading is not a get rich quick scheme. you build it over time. Don't go into it if you are not ready to wait patiently to get the gains from it. If you are very desperate, trading is not going to solve your financial problem immediately. A lot of times the narrative being sold on social media and all these things is that when you go into trading just like that, it begins to fetch you some big money. You can turn 100,000 naira to 3 million or 4 million or even 20 million overnight. No, it doesn't work that way. Eventually, people are actually gambling with their money rather than trading. So there's a thin line between the two. So if you want to go into trading, number one, get a very good mentor who is not all about social media, flaunting of cars and all that, but who is really somebody who has built his career over a period of time, who has a track record, and let that person guide you on your process of becoming a trader.
Don't invest in anything that you don't know. They say something is only risky when you have lack of information. If you know what you're doing, it's not a risk. It's an informed decision.
I would just say determination. Once you're determined to actually want to get something in life or about life, it won't matter as much when you're actually getting some difficulty or facing some difficulties in those, because there's no field that you venture into that you not have challenges. But it's that determination that keeps you going and gives you hope about what you are doing, even when everything seems.
Take advantage of compound interest.
Compound interest.
Yeah, there's this power in long-term investing that people lose sight of. Your 100 naira today that you are consistently putting in, and you ensure that the interest that comes in, you don't eat it, but you reinvest it. You can't imagine how much it will be in the next 10 years. I am doing it for myself. In the next 10 years, less than 10 years, my investment should be over millions just by consistently earning something little. Okay? Compound interest. Yeah.
You have to go and seek the right things first, seek the right knowledge, know what you're doing, know the people you're investing your money with, know the right brokers to use. And also just always put yourself in opportunities where you're meeting people that can help you, because you can't really do it on your own. Realistically, it's not possible, especially when you're just starting up.
If you're looking to get into business, don't give up. Business is hard. Business can be bloody, but don't give up and never give up on God.
For anybody that is at the rock bottom of their life now, what advice do you have for them?
Well, as a Nigerian and also as an African, I would say just pray and keep believing. Especially prayer. Don't joke with it.
I feel like I'm too young to have been at my lowest yet. But in school, I used to have this really hard time with a lecturer's course, and I think at that point I already had a D in my semester grade, and I think that I can categorize it as my lowest because I had to really dig deep within myself. And obviously my friends, I had to give credit to them too. We had a whole study group session, and we'd meet after classes and after sports activities and everything. We just kept trying to get at that stuff we were doing, and I managed to get an A. Glory to God. But I think that is also testament to always working hard and taking a step forward even when you don't want to take the step forward. Thinking things through critically, making a plan, and then working towards that plan.
All I can think about is financially, when I'm low, that's the only thing I can think about. Yeah, just when you're just at one of those months, man, when too many things take out of your pocket and you're whoa. Strategize, wait for the next month.
We had a massive loss in my company. There was a news that happened, so it affected clients. So it also affected me. It was very, very bad. It can be like that for us sometimes. The reason why I was down was not because of me. It was because of the clients that I was managing. So it was a major blow for us. But with time, we were able to work it out. I've learned from my mentor, you solve one issue at a time. So every day we were, doing something different about it. And today, guess what? We've done over 10x of what we did at that period of time. And in fact, we have more clients right now. Currently, right now, I have almost $1 million under my portfolio alone.
For those of them who are interested in being in the industry, don't be scared. Take the step. If you are working, create time to learn. That is the number one foundation. Learn. Create room to practice. As you learn, then you practice. Lastly, have a mentor with a credible result.
Well, I will only say, please try to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will learn a lot, and this is great. You are doing well. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to say this again. I'm urging young people to be more curious when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to business, when it comes to information, read books, and all of those things. So it's very, very important for people to be curious, because curiosity pays.